However, morning everyone. It's back in the day when I used to watch TV with my dad. It was the Ed Sullivan Show that we watched. I don't know. You guys probably have no idea who Ed Sullivan is. But he would start the show. We have a really big show today. A really big show. Anyone remember that? A really big show. And I'm telling you, it is a really big show. Ginormous. Gigantic. And we have a little kind of a trendsetters here in the Johnson family. I've been talking to everyone about them. Leaving an old life behind and starting a brand new life. This time in Ojai. They just left Minnesota, but we could go on and on. But these are my heroes right now. You all are my heroes because you guys are setting up an example that why don't we start a new life right now? But you got rid of a lot of stuff, right? Yeah. Well, that's where we might consider starting our life too. Stuff, necessarily physical, maybe things. Your closets need a good, spring cleaning and whatever. But stuff, mind stuff. This mind's a factory, not, and it can turn out really toxic things, or it can turn out amazing things. The mind. Like Hafiz said, I got some poems from Hafiz, the Sufi mystic. They're really good. And this first one is quite simple, And this is called, I Heard God Laughing. This is called a divine invitation. You have been invited to meet the friend. The friend to Hafiz is God, source, mother, friend, beloved, God. You have been invited to meet the friend. No one can resist a divine invitation. That narrows down all our choices to just two. We can come to God dressed for dancing, or be carried on a stretcher to God's ward. You want to live the old life, the old way? You guys going to just settle where you are today, where you're at today? Because it just seems too much trouble to change things around a little bit, especially to change the patterns of thoughts that you have in your brain and the emotional things and these mortal desires that are still wanting things from people, and you can't be satisfied until you have these external things. Well, we have only two choices: to come dressed for dancing, meaning that you're packing light, L-I-G-H-T. You're packing really light these days. You're not carrying any old stuff around. Your mind is not carrying any old stuff. Your heart center, your emotional center is not carrying any old stuff. You got, like you say, you love your school now. You're on the farm now. You both said you're happy now. This is the example. This is what I'm saying is why this is a really big show this morning. And I, called this stream today Children of the Light, but I didn't know you were coming. I didn't know the Children of the Light were here. And do you guys like to sing? Were you going to ask to sing? I'm going to ask you guys to sing. You're Children of the Light. Hello, brother.
Hi.
Good to see you. Thank you. You never know who's going to stop in and bring so much light and love to the community. Thank you. No, this is the way we look at things now. We don't look like one of my things I'm going to say is stop the donkey talk. It's one of Hafiz's poems that I have for you. The donkey talk, You're just an ass. You're just an ass. And all this limited mortal chatter, man. Nonsense chatter has nothing to do. It makes so much sense to drop the nonsense so you and I can see so super clearly, Clarity of mind, clarity of heart, clarity for the soul. Because I love to see you. I love you. I love to see you with crystal clarity. I love that my soul can reach out to you right now, and my heart that is purified just because we decide to come here dressed for dancing, rather than a bump on the log just hoping something might just trigger something in us. We're all so damn numb in the heart area that it's going to take a big kind of those things they do when people have the stroke, or they go flatline. That's what some of us going to need to make a little shift here. But we're not talking, since this is a really big show today, for just a little shift. And you guys are the trendsetters. It's a really big show, all right? So here's our Children of the Light song, which I wrote just recently. And I really want you to sing, because I'm going to say, let's keep dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. We are the children of the light. Children of the light. You guys got to go sing that. Children of the light. And then let's keep believing, believing, believing. We are the children of the light. Children of the light. All right? And then we have another little pre-chorus that goes, we all keep hanging around. Yes, we can be found because we're everywhere. You know, the light is everywhere right now. The love is everywhere. The joy is. So we all keep hanging around. Yes, we can be found. Those who want to see super clearly now. Those who are ready to pack light. Those who are ready to begin a new adventure. As Rumi says, he says, take a risk in the name of love. Jump. Take a risk in the name of love. Jump. A magical parachute will appear, and you will land safely, and a new adventure will begin. Good morning. Thank you for being here. We all were waiting breathlessly for you. We were waiting so breathlessly for you that now that you come in, you can breathe easy, baby. Yay. You can really let it go. Because we've addressed the subject as children of the light, and then I had a little byline on Facebook. Drop everything. Drop it. Drop it. Just like Mark Twain said, you know, I've given up so many bad habits thousands of times. You drop it and then you get it back. You drop it, you get it back. But it's as easy as just drop it. Because it doesn't make any sense. It's nonsense for you to carry on with something that you cannot take with you when you leave this physical body. Things and belief systems that this world is more real than the inner worlds. Are you kidding me? This is an unreal existence right now. We are dreaming a dream. And we have no clue that we are the dreamer of the dream. Your soul is the dreamer of the dream. So you can wake up anytime and you can drop whatever it is that's making you unhappy right now. Whatever it is to make you unhappy. I'm going to have a hard time getting to my first song because I got so many good thoughts from Hafiz. He's like Rumi. He was a drunk 14th century Sufi mystic that loved God, truth, so much that just God says, okay, here it is. Here's the joy. Here's the ecstasy. Here's who you are. But this is good. He said, why just read God's menu? Hell, we are all starving. Let's eat. You know, thoughts of God. Maybe I'll get it together tomorrow on Monday, start my diet tomorrow, mañana. Hell, we are all starving. It's the same thing he says in another place. He said, God is trying to offer you something, but you're all bickering over the price. Heck, we are all so starving, okay? We have not come to take prisoners is another one of his thoughts. We have not come here to take prisoners, but to surrender ever more deeply to freedom and joy. We have not come into this exquisite world to hold ourselves hostage from love. I know you guys are still crying over lost love. I know you're still crying that maybe your childhood wasn't the best. I know you're still crying, but you didn't come here to cry over something that isn't even real, or to be held hostage from love. Run, my dear, from anything that may not strengthen your precious budding wings. You guys ran from something that wasn't helping you to fly. You're really on target, kids. You're really on target. Now you guys are learning how to, what? Fly. Run like hell, my dear, from anyone likely to put a sharp knife into the sacred, tender vision of your beloved heart. How many companions do you have that just knife you? If not, maybe loved ones. And of course, you got your own hidden daggers. As you keep running. No, this family, the Johnson, didn't run from anything. They ran into that next great adventure of their life. We have a duty to befriend those aspects of obedience that stand outside of the house and shout to our reason, oh please, come out and play. We have a duty to befriend that part of us that's standing outside of our usual thinking and our serious living, and it's just shouting to us, would you please come out and play? Would you please come out and play? For we have not come here to take prisoners or to confine our wondrous spirits, but to experience ever and ever more deeply our divine courage, freedom, and light. We're going to repeat that. We have come here, to experience more deeply, divine courage, freedom, light. We have come here to experience more deeply divine courage, freedom, and light. We have come here to experience more fully divine courage, freedom, and light. And this is why these kids are the children of the light, because they have been brought up with this wonderful goddess woman, Jolene, and their dad, who have done everything and still do to have these children realize and help them to be who they really are and not to have any fear, not to have any worries about anything. So the other morning, I just put my hands on my harmonium at home, and this is the melody that came up. Let's keep dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's believe it. Let's keep believing, believing, believing. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep on dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. We are the children of the light, children of the light. We are the children of the light, 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 children of the light. Let's keep believing, believing, believing. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep believing, believing, believing. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep on dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. We are the children of the light, children of the light. You guys got to sing for all the children and all the people and all the adults and all the people that have nooses around their necks and daggers being stabbed into their heart of innocence today. This is why you guys are here, is to sing, is to just let your heart sing, because singing is a way that we decide we are flapping our wings to fly, right? Let's keep believing, keep believing, keep believing. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep on dreaming, keep on dreaming, keep on dreaming. We are the children of the light, children of the light. We are the children of the light, children of the light. We are the children of the light, children of the light. We are the children of the light, children of the light. We all keep hanging around. Easy, yes, we can be found. Yes, we can be found, 'cause we're everywhere. We always are hanging around. Yes, we can be found. Yes, we can be found, because we're everywhere. the Sanskrit to say after that. Jyoti is the word for light. Jyoti, J-Y-O-T-I. So I'm going to say, we are the light, Jyoti Ma, Jyoti Ma. And we'll just add Ma after Jyoti because she's a feminine, you know. We are the light, Jyoti Ma, Jyoti Ma. We are the light, Jyoti Ma, Jyoti Ma. Then we are the love, and the word for love in Sanskrit is prema. So, and you add moy to that. The Sanskrit of moy is more love. So we are the children of the light, and we are love. Premamoy, premamoy. We're more love. We're more love. We are the love. Premamoy, premamoy. 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 The joy is all that many of you know is Ananda, and we'll add the moy on that, so it's more joy. We are the joy, and it's just more joy, and it's more joy. And this is the new adventure. You will land safely. Let's go. More love, more joy, more light. This is the children of the light. We are the children of the light. We are the joy, Anandamoy, Anandamoy. 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 We are the peace, and that word is Shanti, Shanti. You know that word, Shanti, in Shanti. We are the peace, Shanti, Shanti, 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 Shanti. Let's keep on dreaming. Dreaming, dreaming. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep on believing, believing, believing. Who are we? We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep on dreaming, keep on dreaming, keep on dreaming. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep believing, keep believing, keep believing. We are the children of the light, children of the light. See, you guys, when you just have a daydream, you know, have you heard the word daydream? When you're just off in your mind somewhere, just dreaming. What is that? What are you dreaming about? Where are you going to get the next batch of weed? Huh? Where you're going to go do something that is really going to drag you down and through the mud, right? Where it's going to take your high point of some kind of a sensitive connection to your true self, and it's just going to smear it all over into restlessness. Gotta watch that, where this mind is at. You gotta really choose wisely. Come dressed for dancing, or you're going to be carried on a stretcher. And another life, you're just going to be on a stretcher, and you're going to go, what the hell happened, man? I am not happy at all. I'm scared to death. My life was miserable. Of course, that's because you chose that, you see. So, let's keep on dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. We are the children of the light, children of the light. And we got to believe. Let's keep believing, keep believing, keep believing. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep on dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. We are the children of the light, children of the light. Let's keep believing, keep believing, keep believing. We are the children of the light, children of the night, and we're always hanging around. Yes, we can be found because we're everywhere. We're always hanging around. Yes, we can be found because we're everywhere. We're always hanging around. Yes, we can be found because we're everywhere. We are the joy, we are the peace. Shanti, shanti, shanti. We are the light, Jyotima. We are the love, Pranamoy. We are the joy, Anandamoy. We are the peace. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Could you guys let yourself just bathe? Let this mind that will just wanders off like an untrained animal to do its own thing. You guys aren't in college anymore. You're not, some of you even in your mid-years. And you're still acting like somebody who can still do what he wants to do or she wants to do. You're still playing with fire. You're still playing with the five senses. And you got yourself all convinced that it's okay for you. So why don't you just bathe for a moment and have a good cleansing bath in the light, in the love, in the joy. And let's receive a big breath together and let the children of the light guide us in this breathing. Because your new nourishment is not human food, by the way. Exhale. You are breathing pure prana. You're a pranatarian. Inhale. Breathe some more cosmic energy. I mean uplifting energy. I mean a fountain of youth energy, children of the light. That's how they live. They don't live by bread alone. And then breathe in some light. Breathe in some jyoti. You guys could be drinking all day long if you want to, and just fill up with the light. And how about some shanti? Inhale. Pure peace, just pure soul peace. You can breathe it now. Breathe it. Exhale. Let's inhale and receive it. And please believe it. Children of the light, they believe. They believe with all their heart and soul. Exhale, that they're not just a physical body. They know they are something spectacular. Inhale, let's breathe again. Some pure ananda, joy juice. Exhale. It's as simple as this. If you can control your mind, inhale and focus your heart. And pull back from so many distractions in daily life, right? Exhale. Clean up your house. Get everything that can fit into a suitcase and take off on a new adventure, kids. Inhale. I mean that. I mean that. It doesn't have to be in actuality. It just needs to be in consciousness. Exhale. But everything's got to be in order now, divine order. And let's breathe in some more divine nourishment. Because we live on light, we live on energy, we live on peace, and we live on joy. And exhale, empty out. Aha. I think we need to hear from the Master. Hafiz. How's everyone feeling, okay? It's ginormous what we're talking about, isn't it? I'll tell you, the higher that you attempt to ascend in lifting your own vibrations, the less so-called friends that you're going to see that you thought were friends. You're going to see two things happen. One, they're not going to be interested at all in whatever you are doing. Two, that misery loves company and they're going to want to bring you down. So you got to get used to feeling alone. Alone with your light, alone with the light, alone with the peace, and alone with the joy, and feel like you're in the company of the universe, you see? Because the humans aren't quite ready yet to even consider some of the stuff that we're talking about. Trust me. So why just ask the donkey? Why just ask the donkey in me to speak to the donkey in you? Oh yeah, Yogananda said we're human animals, and most of the time we're behaving like animals. I'm not talking to your higher self. I don't even see you. I got some other agenda on my mind that maybe I can use you in some way, because I still have these really human mortal desires that still are hanging on me lifetime after lifetime. So just why ask the donkey in me to speak to the donkey in you when I have so many other beautiful animals and brilliant colored birds inside that are all longing to say something wonderful and exciting to your heart? I see it. You know, if you were in my counseling shoes since 1982 and you were sharing the way that I've been sharing and helping people and just listening to people and to hear their donkey talk over and over and over again, and when you share something that is really of value to their heart, you see them go numb much of the time because they do not accept the truth that they're deserving of that. They do not accept the truth that they are anything other than this kind of just this human. And it's really sad. He said, "What? There's so many other beautiful animals and brilliant colored birds inside that are longing to say something wonderful and exciting to your heart. Let's open all the locked doors upon our eyes that keep us from knowing the intelligence that begets love and a more lively and satisfying conversation with the friend." So let's open all the locked doors. Let's close the doors to the past and open new doors that lead to endless possibilities in our life today. Why? Because the Johnsons showed up. And you showed up. And your name, bro? John showed up. And Nancy showed up. And Anna showed up. And Kay Love showed up. Jim showed up. Granddude showed up. What's your name?
Hitzal.
How do you say?
You can call me Terra.
Terra?
Terra today.
Terra. I'll call you beautiful goddess. How's that? And brother, what was I?
Nigel. Yeah.
Nigel.
Yeah.
Nigel. You never forget that name, but I did. I know you are Nigel. Awesome. And we have Ian and Sophie and Jolene is also Narayan. All right. She took that name recently because she's flying. And a new name, a new identity, a new adventure. All right. So let's open up all those locked doors and keep us from knowing the intelligence that begets love, that nurtures love, and a more lively and satisfying conversation with the God within us, the friend. Let's turn loose our golden falcons so that they can meet in the sky where all our spirits belong, necking like two hot kids. Oh, Sophie, got your attention. I certainly got your attention. What the heck does this mean? Those falcons that are going to meet in the sky and neck like two hot kids. They're just going to embrace in a higher love, okay? Let's hold hands and get drunk near the sun. Let's hold hands today and get drunk near the sun. I mean, this is quite a day versus Minnesota, probably today, right? And sing sweet songs to God. And sing sweet songs to God until he joins us with a few notes from his own sublime lute and drum. If you have a better idea of how to pass a lonely night, now, see, this guy's real. Listen how he says this. If you have a better idea of how to pass a lonely night after your glands may have performed all their little magic, you guys get what I'm saying there, right? If you have a better idea of how to pass a lonely night, then he said, then speak up, sweethearts. Speak up for Hafiz, and all the world will listen. Why just bring your donkey to me? Asking for stale hay and a boring conversation with the idiot in regards to this precious matter, such a precious matter as love, when I have so many other animals and brilliant colored birds inside that are all longing to so sweetly greet you. This is the real you, Ian, the real you. You got what he calls colored divine animals, right? And you're the Legos guy, aren't you?
Yep.
Well, you got many divine Legos, you know, those figures, but they're divine inside of you. And brilliant colored birds that are all longing to so sweetly greet your mom and greet your sister and greet others. But no more donkey talk, kids. No more donkey talking to yourself. Because that mind is a factory and is putting out some toxic materials, selling them as really good for humanity. Really toxic stuff. Keeping you earthbound, keeping you kind of stuck in this life. I know, as the older you get, it's like it's a little hard to kind of get your house in order, right? That's why you got to make hay while the sun is shining. Let's make hay while we're feeling okay. I wasn't planning on this song, but I am now. So why not now get her done. 'Cause baby, there's no tomorrow. So why not now? Get it done. 'Cause baby, there's no tomorrow. So why not now? Get it done. 'Cause baby, there's no tomorrow. Think of that mess at home, that stuff that I'm talking for one. I've been lagging behind my wife, who's starting to get everything in order. We're getting our whole house in order, everything. And I told her in my imagination, I said, I'm just going to have enough to carry in a suitcase. She keeps looking at me going, dude, well, when are you going to start cleaning up your drawers? So I'm singing to myself, as always. Why not now? Get her done. Baby, there's no tomorrow. So why not now? Get her done. 'Cause baby, there's no tomorrow. So let's make hay while the sun is shining. Let's make hay while we're feeling okay. Let's make hay while the sun is shining. Let's make hay while we're feeling okay. You know what that saying is? Make hay while the sun is shining. Well, you guys even have a crack of a smile in your face, you know? Go make some hay today. See if you can get the other side of your mouth upturned. Yogananda says it's so important that you better go to a mirror if you're not feeling like smiling. It starts with an inner smile, you know? He says you got to go to a mirror, take your fingers on your lips and go, you go, so there you go. And just turn the corners of your mouth up until you can have a little chuckle of letting go of some of that seriousness that you look yourself and others with. See, this is non-judgment day on the planet now. Non-judgment day. It is a non-judgment, flawless mirror that you look at home, where you see what? Those multicolored birds. You see these things that are just unbelievably so magnificent within you. And then you can have that super clarity, drop the nonsense, drop all the rest of your thoughts about people, and then you can see them as these divine falcons just in the sky, and they're all just, or the dolphins, the magical dolphins that always are in a pod, and they're always, come out and play. Come out and play. We took 3 trips to the Bahamas to go skinny dipping with the dolphins in the Bahama Islands, right where the city of Atlantis is buried. It's 20 foot deep in Caribbean waters, beautiful. And we went out with the Dolphin Whisperers on their yacht and stayed at their retreat right on the bay. And this woman, man, she was just so in tune. She never forced you. You don't go after the dolphins. If you're lucky, you hold the space and they come to you. But you never go after the dolphins. You never try to think that you know better than the dolphins. So what we ended up doing, it was that they discovered this on our trip, was that they got 2 ski ropes or 3, tied them, and we all just ended up, because you come into a little school of dolphins, and they'll play with you, and they'll swim just a little faster than you if you got in the water with them. But if you're trolling on a boat, so we all just hung on this line, one after another. And we did nothing. We were just moving in the water, being pulled by the boat. All of a sudden, they just came in, and just all of a sudden, right in your eyes, there is a dolphin looking at you. And then if you're really lucky, you get the sonar. You hear the sound, your body vibrates, and you know you're never going to be the same again. Their snout goes, eyes looking at you, and you're just going, oh my God, what is this joy that I'm feeling? But you don't go after. You're not going to go and tackle anything, kids. You're not going to go out and just run like you do through anything and get the thing done, and you're restless and all out of sorts. No, you got to now just completely drop everything and surrender into your soul magnificence. You know what I'm saying? And then get guidance. You have impeccable GPS, impeccable guidance. But not if you don't drop everything and sing the Children of the Light song, the Jyoti Ma, the Premamoy, the Anandamoy, the Shanti Shanti, that you are everywhere at once, right? You are everything and everyone. You are born in light. You are light now, and you will go back into the light. So Let me see what we're going to sing for you right now. Talk about letting go. You get to breathe in this song. I receive a breath and enter a sacred pause. Inhale. I receive a breath and enter a sacred pause. Inhale. See if you can make a little sound, because that sound of your donkey mind is making loud chatter right now. You got to be louder with that exhale, releasing of the nonsense, so you can just be in super clarity. I receive a breath and enter a sacred pause. Inhale. I receive a breath and enter a sacred pause. Inhale, everybody. I let go and free fall into love. Free fall. I let go and free fall into love. Free fall. I let go and free fall into love. Boy, our chorus today, I don't even think the birds can hear you guys singing. I don't think you can hear yourself singing. I think you're kind of dead to the singing that is inside of you. I still don't get it. Man, why it's hard to sing. Now, all you got to sing is free fall. All right? That's it. I want to hear, we got to have the birds hear us. We got to have the multicolored birds and those divine animals of divine soul qualities who are ready to kind of now see everything from that perspective. They need to hear you. They can't do anything for you if you're just going to be really stuck, man. You don't admit it, but we are all seriously stuck here on this planet. Wow. I receive a breath and enter a sacred pause. I receive a breath and enter a sacred pause. I let go and free fall into love. Free fall. I let go and free fall into love. Free fall. Now, doesn't that sound better to you? There's a little more life in the group right now. I let go and free fall into love. Free fall. I let go and free fall into love. Free fall. There's no time to waste. There's no time at all. Let's be free falling in love. There's no time to waste. There's no time at all, let's be free, falling in love. There's no time to waste, there's no time at all, just keep free, falling in love. There's no time to waste, there's no time at all, just keep free, falling in love. Free, falling in love. Free, falling in love. You know harmonies? Free, falling in love. Sing in harmony. Free, fall. Come on, K-Love. Come on now. Free, falling in love. 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 Come on now. Free, falling in love. Free falling in love. You know, and this is why it's hard for us to even get a little jump start in a new life today. It's this poem from Hafiz. I just love his sense of humor, or actually, I think it's the translator has a lot to do with it. I love the guy. So this is an applaud. So you guys, would you please applaud yourself for even being here? Even attempting to even listen to this? It's not easy. The truth is the hardest thing to hear when you're out of tune with it. Ew! Hate it, actually. And then this ego gets really stubborn. You convince yourself how it doesn't apply to you. But it's the most beautiful, sweet music when you are in tune with yourself, capital S, with the purpose of your life, that you are a child of the light, you're a child of love, you're a child of joy. Once a young man came to me and said, "Dear Master, I'm feeling strong and brave today, and I'd like to know the truth about all of my attachments." And I replied, "Attachments? Attachments? Do you really want me to speak to you about all your attachments? When I can see so clearly you have built with so much care such a great brothel to house all your pleasures. You have even surrounded the whole damn place with armed guards and vicious dogs to protect your desires, so that you can sneak away from time to time and try to squeeze light into your parched being from a source as fruitful as a dry date pit." I just love it. I can love it now because I love love now. Otherwise, I wouldn't like this thing, because I would be the guy doing that. And I had a woman in tears yesterday. Tears. I felt so sorry for her because she was feeling not worthy of the truth. And I know that. I told her, "Well, listen, if you have the best cry ever. Keep crying, crying. All those tears are saved. Angels save all your tears. They do." And I had my best cries in the ashram. I've had some really good cries since coming out of the ashram, where it was, I didn't even count the hours. It was waterworks. It just kept coming and coming. And those are the most refreshing, amazing things. Whatever was in there, the guilt, the shame, I'm not worthy enough, this is too hard, and all of that, and I'm not being understood and appreciated. And I just cried and cried till all that was washed out. It was washed out. So I understand, But it's funny to me now that, we do sneak away from time to time and try to squeeze light into our parched being from a source as fruitful as a dry date pit. It's like, quit reading the menu about these things. Hell, he said, Hafiz, earlier, we're all starving. Let's eat. A breath of light. Let's eat some pure love. Let's eat some joy. Let's eat some peace. Every breath is food. How you gonna live good without breath? You gonna go out for pizza later without breathing? Oh, Trish said, "What do you want for your birthday?" "Well, I want pizza. I want the biggest pizza ever." I'll show you the picture. So I ordered an 18-incher, and they brought it. It was like this. And I was behind it, and I had a little head popped up. I went like this, and Trish took a picture. I'll send it to you. Yeah, it looks like it's been fake. But no, the pizza literally was that big. It's going to take me 3 days to eat it. All right. So you sneak away from time to time, from a source as fruitful as a dry date pit, that even a bird is wise enough to spit out. Your attachments, my dear, let's not speak of these. For Hafiz understands the sufferings of your heart. Hafiz knows the torments and the agonies that every mind on the way to annihilation in the sun must endure. Drop it. Drop your mind stuff. Because it's going to be annihilated in the sun of love anyway one day. Drop it. And come into your heart, and let's get busy and create a new life. All right? So at night in my prayers, I often stop and ask 1,000 angels to join in and applaud. Anything in this world that can bring your heart comfort. Anything that can make your heart feel a little better today is a really good thing. Some people won't even put themselves in a position like this. But maybe get a big, right in the face with truth, taking it like a soul, like all of you are. Oh my God, this is really good stuff this morning. And you got to be that way, that if you can feel one bit of comfort at any moment during a day, when you look back and introspect on your day and you decide, you know what, every time I do that activity, every time I think those thoughts, I am a miserable wreck. I feel like I have just was the most disloyal to my true nature. I feel like a deserter and a traitor. You won't know those are the words that come up, but you feel so much pain when you do not take care of first things first. All right? So, then, rejoice! Rejoice in the light of your soul. Rejoice. 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 In the light of your soul. Rejoice. 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 In the light of your soul. Rejoice. 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 We're going home. We're going home. Rejoice. Rejoice. In the light of your soul. Rejoice. Rejoice. We are going home. Rejoice. Rejoice. In the light of your soul. Rejoice. Rejoice. Don't you feel better? We're going home. Oh, and I promise you there's gonna be dancing and a whole lot of singing. And I promise you there's gonna be dancing and a whole lot of singing. And I promise you there's gonna be dancing and a whole lot of singing. And I promise you there's gonna be dancing and a whole lot of singing as we sing our songs in jubilation and praise our Lord for our salvation. As we sing our songs in jubilation and we praise our Lord for our salvation, and we sing our song in jubilation and we praise our Lord for our salvation. Rejoice, rejoice, in the light of our soul. Rejoice, rejoice, we're going home. Rejoice, rejoice, in the light of your soul. Rejoice, rejoice, we're going home. To get up and kind of do something to get out of the box, man. To do something different that you wouldn't normally do. Should have seen my yoga class yesterday. This is why I have so few come. Oh, what does that have to do with yoga? What does this joy have to do with yoga? What does this song that you just break out spontaneously in have to do with yoga? Come on, I came here for the poses. I came in to stay in my box, and please do not disturb me. You see how limited it can be. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. In the light of our soul. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. We are going home. Rejoice, 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 rejoice. In the light of our soul. Rejoice, 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 rejoice. We are going home. Stand up. shake a booty, get up there. And I promise you there's gonna be dancing and a whole lot of singing. And I promise you there's gonna be dancing and a whole lot of singing. And I promise you there's gonna be dancing and a whole lot of singing. And I promise you there's gonna be dancing and a whole lot of singing. Get up there, John, you have nothing to lose. As we sing our songs in jubilation, and we praise our Lord for our salvation, and we sing our songs in jubilation, and we praise our Lord for our salvation. And one more rejoice, 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 rejoice in the light of our soul. Rejoice, 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 rejoice. We are going home. Rejoice, 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 rejoice in the light of our soul. Rejoice, 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 rejoice. We're going home. Everyone at home, please stand up, and I promise you there's going to be dancing and a whole lot of singing. And I promise you there's going to be dancing and a whole lot of singing. And I promise you there's going to be dancing and a whole lot of singing. And I promise you there's going to be dancing and a whole lot of singing as we sing our song, as we sing our song in jubilation, and we praise our Lord for our salvation, and we sing our song in jubilation, and we praise our Lord for our salvation. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. It's a brand new day. Rejoice, 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 rejoice. We're going home. Rejoice, 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 in the light of our soul. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. We're going home. And let a big home. Boom. Hey, thank you. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, man. Really, honestly. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, my brother. Come, you must have something in this room after me. Oh, really? You're here to catch the last 6 minutes? Good enough. Just breathe the love. Just breathe the light. I know. We're pronatarians in here. We're lovetarians. We're sourcetarians. You know. I want to read. I still got a little hafiz for you guys. A little. Here, I want you guys all to feel some comfort in this. Someone untied your camel. We're reading from Hafiz, Sufi mystic, 14th century. God drunk. Just totally God drunk. I cannot sit still with my countrymen in chains. I cannot act mute, hearing the world's loneliness crying near the beloved's heart. God, what a phrase. Hearing the world's loneliness crying near the beloved's heart. You might feel lonely and alone and isolated, but you are in the heart of truth. You're in it. And to have the divine beloved who wants to set you free and give you the passport to your higher self today, if you so desire it, hears your loneliness and saying, I'm right here. I'm right here. Hello. I am right here. That's going to be quite a shock at the end when we leave the shores of this world and we realize that that love, that beloved has been with us the whole time, that you and I are still up to our shenanigans here. We still got something to do. Oh, we got a big cause, don't we? Some big cause. It's going to change the world when our bad habits are still in us. I don't know if that equates. We're here to change everything from human to divine within us. My love for God is such that I could dance with him tonight without you. I danced so many nights without you guys. So many of these streams without you. So many. He says, I could dance with him tonight without you, but I'd rather dance with you there. And he says, is your caravan lost? If you no longer weep from gratitude or happiness, or weep from being cut deep with the awareness of the extraordinary beauty that emanates from the most simple act and common object, my dear, your caravan is lost. It is lost if you can no longer be kind to yourself and loving to those who must live with the sometimes difficult task of loving you. I know what you're saying, dude. I'm constantly, that was my birthday wish to myself yesterday. I prayed, I said, my wish is to pray so deeply to my higher self, to give me courage, to give me what I need, to get my passion going for continuing to improve my life. That was my birthday wish. Because I was thinking so much of Trish, where I know that it's difficult living with me. And I think she'd probably say the same thing. It's difficult living with her. Because we both have made vows to God, so it's not a human relationship, it's a divine relationship. So the ante's always going up. And you always got to be on your best toes. When you don't, you feel like hell. You feel like, oh my God, like a dry date pit. That birds are wise enough to spit out. At least come to know that someone untied your camel last night. For I hear its gentle voice calling for God in the desert. Your caravan's lost. Camel's untied. You are crying in the desert. At least come to know that Hafiz will always hold a lantern with galaxies blooming inside of it. That's a hell of a lantern. And that I will always guide your soul to the divine warmth and exhilaration of our beloved's tent. Now, whether it's Hafiz, he just represents your higher self. It's your higher self, it's your Guru. It's the Divine Mother, it's the angels that always are clearing the way and surrounding you in every detail of mortal existence. I mean, folks, existence is spirit. You don't feel safe here. It's because your thoughts are making you think that it's not safe. Because you are attached to the physical, you're attached to change, you're attached to your own ideas. That's why you don't feel safe. Remember, the stream this morning is, children of the light, drop everything. When you let go of everything else, what you have left over is love, is peace, is Ananda, is Prema, is Jyoti, Jyotima, Jyotima, Jyotima. If you haven't read Hafiz, this is the book. It's called The Gift. The Gift. Translated, and you have to get this guy, Daniel Ladinsky. I don't think any other translation would do it for me. It's all about translation. Get The Gift. These are poems that just your heart will just go, thank God. I at least understand a little bit more of myself through this. I at least now can have a moment of comfort from time to time. I at least can feel like, oh my God, I am so worth it. You are so worth it. Everyone is so precious and worth it. Today is an amazing day of all that we somehow just break free, close the past, close the last chapter of what happened even yesterday, and say, and forgive and forget it all. Send infinite love to every scene of your past, and let's begin the great adventure. Let's begin a great adventure. And maybe you could feel like this. I can't live another moment without you. And you could sing that to your higher self, you know. I can't live another moment without you. We are going to be singing to Krishna in a minute. Krishna, Christ, Divine Mother, the divine, the invisible, the intangible, the omnipresent, the love, the peace, the joy, the light, everything that we're talking about as children of the light. We can't live without finding that child of the light that we are and of peace. We can't go another moment. You guys feel that? I can't live another moment without you. Everyone. I can't live another moment without you. I can't live another moment without you. I can't live another moment without you. And this is Krishna. He's the stealer of hearts. That's what they call Lord Krishna. Your higher self is trying to steal you away from your pain today. It's trying to steal you away from your crap and your mind stuff and your mortal desire stuff and the fact that you could go this whole day and not feel the urgency of what we are trying to feel and imbibe and use those paddles or whatever to get the heart beating again, awake, you know, for a divine existence, a brand new adventure, you know. This is the day. Rejoice, rejoice. I hope you can feel something pitter patter, because Krishna, God, Source, is trying to steal your heart. Because you stole my heart. Oh, Krishna, you know, the stealer got my heart, man. You stole my heart. Oh, Krishna, you stole my heart. Oh, Krishna, you stole my heart. You're taking me to the promised land. It's always been your plan. You're taking me to the promised land. It's always been your plan. You're taking me higher and higher, setting my soul on fire. You're taking me higher and higher, setting my soul on fire. I can't live another moment without you. Isn't that better? To be singing something like that to the invisible, intangible, omnipresent reality today than to be stuck in your mind about some surface junk that isn't even real, that you'll never have a memory about one day because you will be in spirit, in your formless nature, and this has no meaning. You won't even remember it. You don't remember it from past life. Where are all those lovers who you said, I love you forever? Where are they? You're probably still looking for someone who you can say, you're still looking. And then how is your relationship doing? Can you be that kind to yourself so you can help this person who has to deal with you day in and day out have a better existence? Dang, I told you this was a really good show. I'm telling you. And then, you guys got to, you might want to tell a few folks. Of course, they probably won't want to come to something like this either, because the truth is wonderful. When you're wanting to do everything you can to align, you don't want to have nothing to do with it when you're playing with the playthings of this world. In fact, you hate it. In fact, you hate the happy people. You mock the happy people. You don't think anyone's pure or innocent because you aren't. Right? Gosh, dang. So, I can't live another moment without you. Sing to the divine. Because we're here for divine nourishment today. I can't live another moment without you. Because you stole my heart. Hare Krishna! You stole my heart. Haribol! stole my heart. Oh Jesus, you stole my heart. You're taking me to the promised land. It's always been your plan. Don't worry, you're taking me to the promised land. It's always been your plan. You're taking me higher and higher, setting my soul on fire. You're taking me higher and higher, setting my soul on fire. You're taking me higher and higher, setting my soul on fire. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. That means you're singing. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. You stole my heart. You stole my heart. Hare Krishna. You stole my heart. Hare Bol. You stole my heart. All right. I can't leave you without one more song. Would you mind if you stayed a few extra minutes in this vibration? Well, only for Alejandro and his friend. Because they came in. We want them to soak it up. Soak it up, Miss. Soak it up. Tell me if you know anyone, any place in town, nearby, not in town, somewhere where I can go get filled up. You know, I don't like rigidity. I don't ever say the same prayer twice. I might repeat it somewhere down the road. And never is a yoga class the same. Never. I never begin the same. I never end the same. And everything in between is never the same. Why? Because truth is ever new. This is why any structure to me is got blow up. Dynamite of yoga. Anything that has the same beginning, the same thing, the same ending, the same thing, read from a book, da-da-da. Gosh, is that truth to you? Is that what you guys want? This is why you guys came out to Cali. Right there.
That's right. That's so right.
I will sing love. I will drink love. How about singing love? Huh? How about drinking? Remember, we're pranatarian. We're prima or love-tarians. We're joy-tarians, man. We don't live by bread alone. Do you guys know how kind of fattening that can be? Oh my God, how much indigestion when you're just loading up and feeling that that's the vitality you're getting from some food? I'll sing love, I'll drink love, I'll sing love and get all drunk with love. I'll sing love, I'll drink love, I'll sing love and get all drunk with love. I'll get all drunk with love, get all drunk with love. I'll get all drunk with love, get all drunk with love. And this is Yogananda's song, so don't blame me about any of this stuff. He's become me because 50 years I've given him me. I've given him me for 50 years. My anniversary this month. 50 years as a loyal disciple of Paramahansa Yogananda, 25 in his ashram. So don't blame me for nothing. Let's blame the Holy One. You guys pissed off today? Well, have a good shout out and a cussing party with God. How's that? I'll sing thy name, I will drink thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name. And I'll get all drunk, go with thy name. And I'll get all drunk, go with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name. I will sing. Don't you know some part of you that isn't into this, kind of just like this is so ridiculously stupid what we're doing. You know, it's so phony. I was that way. I thought everyone was phony in the ashram for a long time. To holier than now, when it was really me, really in a dark place, you know. All right, let's sing love, let's drink love, let's sing love and get all drunk with love. Let's get all drunk with love, get all drunk with love. Let's get all drunk with love. Get all drunk with love. Yoganam, here we come. I'll sing thy name, I will drink thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name. And get all drunk with thy name. And get all drunk with thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name. I will sing thy name, I will drink thy name. And get all drunk with thy name. And get all drunk with thy name. I'll sing love, I'll drink love, I'll sing love, and get all drunk with love. Let's get all drunk with love, get all drunk with love. Let's get all drunk with love, get all drunk with love. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for staying a few extra minutes. I think they've been worth it. Please bring your hands together, folded with me. Let's make sure we're just not going to now turn our nose to some of this positive vibration and these possibilities. I mean, really, really, we have to start a new chapter today. It's old news. Old news what just came through. Whatever you thought about is old news now. So let's ask the Holy Activator and the Sadness Terminator, the Holy Spirit, to kick us in the, you know what, if we need to be kicked there. But let's just see if we can surround ourselves with people who are on a new adventure, right? That quote, that surround yourself with best company. Those people who have strong willpower to go for it. And people have wisdom discrimination to only focus on that which is real. Inhale the breath. Let's chant it Om. Let's go another, please. Another, just two more. And see if you can set those glorious golden falcons loose, huh? Those divine qualities within you. So you're no longer just donkey talking to yourself and donkey talking to others. Inhale the breath. And instead of looking at the menu of these possibilities and then looking at the menu for these possibilities and finding there's really nothing here I want. Hell, we're all starving. Let's eat. One more. Hold your hands in, everybody. Surrender yourself to who God keeps saying you are. And let's repeat this. I am that I am. And I'm all that I am. I am love. I am light. I am peace. I am joy. I am that I am. And I'm all that I am. I am love. I am light. I am peace. I am joy. And so it always is. And ever will be. Namaste.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
No more burrs for me. No more burrs for me. I'm a child of the universe. No more burrs for me. Bye-bye, birdie. Anyone want to fly? Does anyone want to go on a grand adventure? Do you find that life is a little bit stifling, a little bit boxy? Just a little bit, huh? Do you find that, what is that commercial, enjoying it, doing it more and enjoying it less? Are you there? I hope you're there. Anyway, let people know, come back next week or sooner. Love you guys. Take a card with you in case you need some help along the way. I'm always available to spark your spark. You know, if you want sparked. Love ya.